G'day, I'm back. I'm a little under the weather, but we will see how we go. There may be, as a result of my current illness, if you can't hear it, a fewer episodes. It might be a relatively slow ramp back into the usual. Since I did the Torment Tides of Numenera alpha test, they have added another alpha test, but it's on basic exploration. They've also done some fairly minor changes to the alpha test I did last time. I'm not going to go into it here. Let's go on to the basic exploration. Again, this does have spoilers for the early parts of Torment Tides of Numenera, so you should be aware of that. I don't think it's a big deal, but it's certainly there. There we go. Okay, thank you for participating in the second Alpha Systems test for Torment Tides of Numenera, exclusive to you as one of our Alpha System testers. Your feedback will help us make this game great. The focus on this test is on basic exploration gameplay. You start here with 2 companions. You'll have more choices in the final game, 2 scenes to explore, and a variety of objects to interact with. The story picks up sometime after the previous systems test. You've awakened from your fall and met Allergen and Calistige, your 2 companions, and already spoken to them about your quest to fix the resonance chamber, the crystal chamber in this room. You can speak to your companions by clicking on them or mousing over their portraits and selecting the dialogue button, but they won't have much to say until the next scene. So you don't get to remake your character, so I guess the last cast off is this person. Let's see. None of these buttons are interactable yet. I guess that's because they are not people. But if it's blue, you can use it. So let's talk to Allergen. You do walk up to them. I don't like the smell of this stone. Let's go. Sooner, not later. And then this lady. We should not tarry in this chamber long. No doubt others saw your dramatic entrance as well. Okie dokie. This brings up the menu, and these are just options, right? It's not like a dialogue log. Okay, so sunlight falls through the ragged hole onto the remnants of the resonance chamber. It's hard to believe that you did this. That you plummeted through the curve of the pale blue sky, crashed to the dome, and broke this delicate machine with your own body. It's hard to believe you're still alive. Fair. 4 mechanical arms hang over the center of the device, above the cracked, semi-transparent crystal of the sarcophagus. The 5th arm lies broken on the floor among the scattered synth and crystal shards, and a metal ring surrounds the array, dented and broken by the crater of your impact left in the chamber's platform. Let's take a look at the sarcophagus. The padded interior beneath the coffin's cracked lid looks like it was made for a human body. Despite the damage, you don't see any way to open it and get inside. You glance between the sarcophagus and the needle-like protrusions at the ends of the arms above. It seems like using this chamber would not have been a pleasant experience. Let's have another look at it. Maybe your imagination, but some of the cracks in the crystal seem shallower than they were before. I bet I'll just repeat that if I do that. Yeah. Let's look at the arms. Cables run from monoliths along the dome's wall to the base of the suspended arms, each of which is capped with long needles aimed at the cracked, coffin-like chamber at the center of the platform. Gem-like lights flicker dimly at the bases of the arms. Metal ring. When you feel the slightest hint of resistance... you feel the slightest hint of resistance every time you cross the ring. Now you're paying attention. You note that your breath is echoing in your ears, as though you're inside a glass dome. When you step out of the ring, the feeling passes. Is there any new information? Lunar-like extensions at the end of the arms glitter at the tips of light. A number of the lights at the base of the arms have gone out. And the ring again. Same thing. Examine the shards on the ground. Jagged fragments of crystal are intermingled with synth from the shattered dome floor. The crystal shards glitter in the light like captive suns. A faint scratching sound draws your attention to the two crystalline chunks near your feet. As you watch, they tumble gently into each other and melt, the disparate angles flowing like water. After a moment they part again, trailing shining threads of crystal. It seems like the resonance chamber can heal from certain wounds, but not from the amount of damage you've done to it. Very runny. A sleek, black, unimpressive device hunkers before you. As you reach out to touch it, the triangle of lights on its casing blazes into life, and an image unfolds in your mind. Really should just do this to keep track of where I am in the world line. Towering crystal arch rises over a jagged grey landscape. The air is dead and stifling, and there, at its emerald peak, the image collapses, leaving you staring into the device's triangular array of lights. Command me. Device, or the intelligence within it, says, each word carefully edged with distaste. Who are you? Your command was not understood. Intelligence said, clear satisfaction, sounding for all the world like it understood the question, but is choosing not to answer. Command me. What was the arch you showed me? Your command was not understood. The intelligence chuckles, its lights pulsing. Command me. What commands do you recognize? Three lights throb irritably. Heated air sighs from the device's vents, and then a towering list of commands races through your mind, far too fast to read. You rub your eyes groaning, and the intelligence chortles. Show me that list of commands again. Slower, please. Uh-huh. You literally have a taunting machine. If anything, the list pours through your mind even faster than the last time. Command me, the intelligence trolls. Examine the outside of the device. An indignant hum rises from the intelligence's engines as you examine its ancient casing. Okay. Let's kick the device as hard as we can. Let's kick it good and proper. You can still only do one level of effort, but it drops it down to standard. Attempt task. Critical success. The intelligence's lights flutter and alarm before your foot smashes into the base of the device. Something within goes crunch. Cell gating damaged, it gusts. The trio of lights focusing on you with blinding intensity. All prisoners lost, shattering Lugambo. A hatch opens near the dent left by your foot, and the light flickers off as you claim a hissing component from the device's smoking interior. Gained item, Shatterstar. Are you planning on breaking every machine in here? Yes, if necessary. That one was literally taunting me. Tiny glittering motes float through the interior of this tower. Each one is surrounded by much smaller motes, like the thousands of worlds circling their suns. Okay. I don't think there's anything I can do here beyond... Alright, that's a map. That's good. How do I close that? Sure. How do I look at my inventory? Yes. I rolled a 20, which beats the standard difficulty of 9 by more than 10, which I believe is the requirements for critical success. So let's just see if there's an option to use the Shatterstar. I don't see how I get at my inventory. Take one of the crystal shards. Look for other useful shards. Let's see. No. Nothing useful. Let's leave. Wisdom of the Aeon Priest. Making discoveries earns you discovery points, which are spent on short-term benefits, like automatically succeeding a task. Wouldn't that be succeeding in a task? I don't know. I probably shouldn't be trusted entirely on questions of grammar. What the heck are you? The cones whirl and spin deliriously around each other, giggling like children being tickled. The air around them smells of sweet, burning leaves. Touch a cone as it passes quick fingers. This is simple, and I've got a lot of resources. Let's make it routine, which I think means I literally can't fail. Spend a bit of effort. Success. You managed to graze one of them with the tip of your finger. Run, a voice says, and your vision is stolen from you. A moon hangs over you, but is not the one you recognize. It's black, and in a pearl-white sky, thick, flat asteroids orbit it like petals in the wind. You feel questing tendrils at your ankle, and the hot wind on your face smells of scorched hair and grief. The vision returns. The cones hang motionless for a second. And then they resume. What are you for? Silence and then giggling. They aren't for anything. They're from one of the worlds before this one. Allergen rubs a hand along his stubbled jaw. Sometimes the Numenera will do something useful. Sometimes they'll turn you inside out. And sometimes they don't do a damn thing that makes any sense. I've often said the same thing about you, darling. Let's watch them for patterns. The longer you stare at these artifacts, the more you're convinced that they turn faster when the spiraling paths cross each other. Let's try speaking to them again. Childlike laughter is in response. Leave them alone. It's kind of good to actually, emphasize. Seriously, Numenera can just be dumb things. Behold, this warning. Across the bridge lies the end of the Alpha Systems test. Not getting great frames per second here. Feel like I have not achieved much here. A matte black obelisk floats in midair above the water. It has sharp, curved sides that converge to a glowing tip that brightens or dims with the passing of the bay's faint breezes. Lean out to touch the obelisk, of course. You raise a hand towards the obelisk. Dull green light wells from within the black stone, fixed on you like a furious eye. I knew someone who did what you're about to do, Allergen says casually. Aeon Priest. A beam came out of the top of that thing and ripped his face off. Made a fancy nightlight out of his crystal necklace, though. But hey, I'm sure you know what you're doing. Oh, hush. At least that poor priest died in service of his curiosity, rather than stumbling about the coast, complaining and feeling sorry for himself. Go ahead if you must, but do be careful. Let's do the crystal shard. Carefully, you level the shard at the obelisk, and the superheated beam lances from the tip of the structure into the crystal, sending vibrations up your arm and suffusing the shard with a warm green glow. Let's leave it alone now. Routine is difficulty 3. I like having the log there. Kind of knowing that you are rolling a d20 and then thus how difficult the given task is useful. I appreciate that they're using the game's terms. Seriously, why am I not going into the building? Thank you very much. There we go. You get an inventory next. in a later release. That's not unreasonable. Now, let's see. Take a look at the sarcophagus, take a look at the arms. What am I meant to do with this? It just feels like anything I get here should be useful. Or is this different and I missed it? A mechanical arm lies upended on the floor, presumably broken during a fall. Sparks pour from the shattered housing, filling the air with the greasy stench of burned metal. Examine the housing. The sharply pointed apparatus that formerly topped the device appears burnt out and useless, but the equipment in the base remains at least somewhat operational, as a constant stream of sizzling motes can attest. Attempt to scavenge what you can from the arm's housing. Law, machinery, quick fingers. What's this gonna use? Oh, whoops, I just did it. Whatever. Taking care to work around the sparks, you manage to extract an intact component from the housing's interior. What remains appears of little worth, so you turn your attention elsewhere. Expended for discovery points. Oh, right. Okay. So there's nothing I can do there. Is there anything else I can interact with? Oh, this was used discovery, and this is just do the test. But I didn't actually get anything there. I wonder if that's... well, I assume that's a bug. There's nothing I can do here. I don't seem to have anything else I can do with the puzzle. So that's that. Ah, there's up here. The metalwork upon this door is intricately wrought, twisted into wild alien shapes. It is firmly sealed. It's certainly a mix of different tech and that kind of thing. This looks like an older stone ruin. This device is collecting black goop from somewhere underwater and pumping it to the nearby spout. Cable connection. A cable connects the spout to the collection device. It also looks like it may have been attached to another machine at some time. Ah, and here's some of that black goo. A bubbling mass of sludge floats on the surface of the water. Every once in a while, an oily module separates it from it and hurtles into the sky. You momentarily glimpse of there. You catch momentary glimpses of a muck-coated object in a putrid mass. Let's examine the sludge. Carefully, you lean close to the heaving mass. After a moment's study, you notice the globules rising into the sky contain something, be it a shining core of untainted seawater or a tiny fish. Below the water, you spot a vast reservoir of the sludge. That's a link. Wonder why that is. Alright. Let's attempt to retrieve the object trapped in the sludge here. It's demanding. We can use sudden inspiration. And there we go. Ecstasy glass. Next time the sunlight strikes the object's streaked surface, you're ready. You snatch it from the oily mass and clean it as best you can. So that was just using the discovery points I've earned elsewhere. I'm not sure whether that awful muck is harmless or you're immensely lucky Either way, do go on poking things. It's quite entertaining. Search for more objects. You spot no other mystery objects. Wait for more objects. You wait. Okay. Anything we can do with the ecstasy glass? Let's just reach out towards the obelisk again. Get our hand away. I can't use sudden inspiration, but I can use more of my quickness pool. Success! You don't see people touch light every day. So it just shoots at you then. 18 versus 15. That could have ended pretty differently. Wait. That's a lot of hands. A tangled cluster of metallic tendrils grows from the depths of the nearby water. Strangely, they resemble clawed alien hands, most of which have 7 or 8 fingers. Examine the cluster. You try to lean around the nearest palm and notice it innocently moves with you as if guided by a wind that's not there. You feint right and go left instead, just in time to see what the hand was trying to hide. One of the lower hands is passing a small, silvery object, a seed pod, to another. You snatch it up and immediately feel a wave of outrage wash over you from the cluster's direction. Gained item, steel seed pod. It appears you've made an enemy. Congratulations, dear. They just seem to be like my sarcastic companions. Well, fine then. I'm gonna do stupid things. Oh wow. Failure. You grab a hold of one of the wrists and pull it with all your strength. The stem is stronger than it looks. Hidden layers of thin, incredibly sharp spine, some sort of defense mechanism, emerge from the metallic surface and pierce your flesh, burrowing into the meat beneath. The pain quickly subsides, replaced by a numb but oddly pleasant sensation. Feel an icy flowing, hardening over the bones and tendons of your arm. When you clench your fist, veins of steel shine through the bloody skin. Okay, let's walk away. Is there anything else? I kind of want to do more in here. That's where I fell. I'd also like to look at these items, but obviously, inventory is out of the scope of this. There's nothing I appear to be able to do in here. It just gives me the same messages every time. I don't know. I feel kind of frustrated by that whole setup. Is there anything you can do with this? No. The room exit thing seems a tad clunky. Yeah, I'll leave some feedback a bit later. I'm just not entirely sure if I'm meant to be able, not meant to be able to do anything, or if I should. Yawning intake marks the front of a long-dead construct. Inside the metal is pitted, black, and ancient. This really does seem to be like a spaceship burial ground. I like the different layers, different ships and things. Maybe this was a spaceport in one of the previous worlds. Maybe it's just a junkie. Although this cube hovers in the ground, hovers in the air, you can feel the ground shudder with its vibrations. And I guess we will cross the bridge and leave. Hello? Other people? As you step onto the back of the enormous construct, 4 strangers approach. In the lead is a wiry man with parallel scars running from cheek to collarbone on the left side of his face. He gives you a welcoming smile, pulling on grey gloves embedded with pulsing lights. Hey there, friends. I'm looking for information. A falling star landed near here not long ago. I don't suppose you're around to see it? Don't trust him, child. I know Quora. I'll wager he knows exactly where the falling star is, and he won't let it go without a fight. Thus concludes the second Alpha Systems test. Thank you for playing. Please send us your thoughts via the in-game feedback button. Keep your eyes open for the Crisis Alpha Systems test in the near future, which I suspect will be the combat system. Sounds cool? Alrighty. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed watching. I had fun playing. I don't know why my system was down to 6 frames per second by the end of that. But, yeah, it was good. I will see you next time. Bye.